Today saw the last Moroccan stage of the 10th Africa Eco Race, and it was very, very fast. That said, it was also one of the most difficult to navigate, making it a challenge for the mechanics and the co-pilots, but an absolute joy for the drivers and riders. A great way to finish the first week before the traditional seaside rest day in Dakhla. Today's stage was in total 436 kilometres of timed stage between Laayoune and Bir and Zaran. So exciting for the race to have a rally legend in the top 5 today, none other than Franco Pico. The Italian veteran has 25 Dakars under his belt. Third a few years ago, he missed the African riding so much that he decided to come back and race at the age of 62. We were delighted to see him roar in 5th place today. Just ahead of another Italian, Simone Agazzi, who was third yesterday. After 27 years in Enduro and 2 Dakars in South America, African adventure was calling. He's learning a lot here and loving it all. Fourth in the first stage, third yesterday and fourth again today, he's a consistent rider and finished in a time of 4 hours, 21 minutes and 36 seconds. Over 2 minutes behind Luis Oliveira. The Portuguese rider is becoming a feature in the top 3 places every day. Once again he finished third and is clearly riding well. All that remains is to see how his navigation skills fare from here on in. He wandered off the route again today and lost several precious seconds, and this could really cost him in the difficult Mauritanian stages. It was a very fast stage today.
Com 8 points bastante difíceis de apanhar.
At the start of the day, it was really difficult to navigate the first kilometres.
400 km a abrir pista.
At one point, I was leading. The waypoints were really hard to find, but overall, it was a good day, and I'm well on my way to Dakar.
Já nem sabia onde é que estava, mas pronto, acho que é sinal que os roadbooks também são difíceis e que eu tenho que treinar mais, e é isso o objetivo, e mais dia concluído.
This man is also well on his way to Dakar, where he could secure his first win. Paolo Cecchi is very, very fast. Today he rode at an average of 107 kilometers an hour, and he is happy not to have lost any time in the GC to Luis Oliveira. In fact, he actually widened the gap by 15 minutes. Overall leader, the Italian is pretty happy with his first week of racing and his 3-stage wins. And with the dunes of Mauritania only 2 days away, it's all systems go. Overall, it's going well. I have got to the rest day with a good lead over the second place rider. I still need to concentrate though, because there's still a long way to go. We last left Ulla Valsiter in the helicopter on the way back to camp, but this morning he started the stage, albeit with no further chance of a podium place. He started last but roared his way through the field to his second stage victory of the race, which makes it his 22nd stage win in 4 Africa Eco Races, and that he has won 50% of all the time sectors he's taken on. Not bad. No overall win for him this year, but he goes on now to have some fun.
It's a big pleasure now to go into Mauritania and meet all the people there, and yeah, it's fantastic to be there and everything, and still be in the race. Sometimes when you have a big mechanical problem, you have to go out of the race, but I can still ride and can go into the dunes and play around.
Stage results for the 5th day of racing. Ulla Valsiter wins 4 minutes and 3 seconds ahead of Paolo Cecchi. Luis Oliveira is 3rd, Franco Pico 5th and Agoshkov 6th. In the GC, Jonathan Blackburn goes up 1 to 5th, and the top 4 remain the same, with Benko and the 2 Oliveiras chasing down the race leader, Cecchi. Thierry Sabine's dearest wish was to help Africa. And by using In the Footsteps of Thierry Sabine as its motto, the AfricaEcoRace puts humanitarian work at the heart of its race. Coming to the aid of African populations is what drives the rally organisers and most of the competitors. Jean-Christophe Sibelia and Jean-Pierre Girard are driving in aid of Les Puits du Désert. Puits du Désert has been building wells in the region of Agadez in Niger for about 12 years. Our aim is to build 400 wells. To date, we've built 300 agricultural wells, wells in villages, and even wells for the camels, so that the caravans can start to travel through the villages again. And because the children now don't have to walk to find water, we've also been able to build a school. We've got 80 children in school. We've built 2 health centres. We've been working for about 12 years in this region, in the Tiden Valley in Niger, south of Agadez. Most of our work throughout the year for the foundation is fundraising for the wells. We hold charity evenings. We look for donors. We work with the Foreign Secretary, with UNESCO, and with other official organisations. We take the funds that we raise in France and we send them to the NGO in Tiden in Niger. We also oversee the building of the wells, which are all built by hand. All the money we raise goes directly into the local economy of the region and allows a lot of people to have a better life. The whole plan is to irrigate an area in which 70,000 people live. To date, we've covered about half of it. It's a big area, but a large part of it is already done. Another 5 or 6 years of concentrated effort and it will all be done. Back to the race, and Mitsubishi number 245 is sitting in 54th position on the leaderboard. Let's start today with these little buggies. Most of them have no windscreen and they all whiz along at full speed. We're talking about the SSVs. It's all smiles at the end of the first week for Loïc Bonnevie and Sophie Hamis. They won their category today and have made their way into the top 20 in 18th place. A word or two on the T2 category. These are the vehicles you're most likely to recognise as cars, albeit with a few modifications. The fastest today was Loïc Fribourg at the wheel of his Toyota. Onto the trucks, and 10 years after his father won the race, Gerard de Rooij goes into the rest day a happy man, having finished 4th today and sitting 5th in the GC. It's the Dutchman's first Africa Eco race. It wasn't really a special for the trucks today. The buggies can go up to 200, I think. We stop at 150 and we do about 20 to 30% at full gas. But the navigation was difficult and I think a lot of people make mistakes and got lost. We didn't, luckily, so I'm happy for the result today. A good day also for Patrick Martin and Didier Bigot. 13th last year in the Africa Eco Race, Martin had his first podium place today with a well-deserved 3rd. Mathieu Serradori is happy to get to rest day without any major driver or navigation errors. The car is running well, but despite driving at full speed today, he was disappointed with their performance. At the beginning of the stage, they ended up on the wrong track and he eventually lost 6 minutes to Vassiliev. The navigation was complicated at the beginning. We're happy to get to the second week. The car is in good shape. Today we drove fast without getting anywhere near Vassiliev because we got a bit lost at the beginning. Apparently we got closer between CP2 and 3 and between 4 and the finish. We came back enough to take second place, but that was not the case at the beginning of the stage.
c'est comme ça.
No such troubles for the leader Vasiliev, who finishes the week in Morocco without any major problems. Once again today, the Russian title holder flew ahead of everyone to win his fourth stage of the race, driving at an incredible average pace of 145 kilometers an hour. Watch out, Lewis Hamilton. Today's route was almost completely straight. Right from the start, I put my foot down and kept it there. It was like an extra day off before the rest day because everything went so well, even if we did have a minor issue with the GPS. A recap of the car truck category, and Vasiliev dominates again. Patrick Martin sits between Sarah Dory and the lorry of De Roy. Pascal Thomas is 6th. In the GC, David Gerrard moves up one place to 6th. Other than that, no change. Vasiliev will start in Mauritania with a 16-minute 35-second lead over Sarah Dory. After a long week in the AfricaEcoRace, the remaining teams have a much-deserved day off tomorrow. For the 4th year in a row, the bivouac is camped out on the Atlantic coast in Dakhla, a perfect opportunity for man and machine to rest up. There you have it, today's roundup. As always, here are some of the day's best images. See you tomorrow for a look at the rest day on the beach. Bye-bye.